Hi, folks. It's Friday morning, and we've been looking through Romans this week for some pit stops along the way and in learning to live with God's grace. A valuable lesson I learned on that whole front was in grade 12. I graduated from high school. I was sitting on my bed one night and I opened my Bible to Romans. And for the first time, I really focused on hearing those words. Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And then let love be without falsehood. Hate what is evil, but love what is good. Hold tight to what is good. And that caused me to do some soul searching in the way that I treated people, in the way that I received grace from Jesus, and then pass that graciousness on to other people. And I was reminded of that when I read the story this week of a 16-year-old girl. Her name is Rana, and Rana at 16 has been living for 10 years in a refugee camp in Lebanon. She and her family escaped the conflict that broke out in Syria, and they're at a refugee camp in Lebanon. And when they first arrived, only their father could work. The mother had problems with her legs. There was a son who was paralyzed, and 6-year-old Rana and a younger child and another son, and only the father could work and bring things in for the family. So they became gladly received the help of the local church that came to the refugee camp and didn't require anything of them, knew that they really weren't Christian in any way, but gave them blankets, gave them mattresses, helped them along the way, eventually took the younger children, the younger son and the children started going to a training school at the church and learned English and were getting an education that they couldn't get any other way. And Rana also saw the people in the church bring food and bring diapers for her brother who was paralyzed and needed that kind of help to be able to wear diapers. And yet the people treated her older brother with such dignity and respect, unlike everybody else who just, he was a cripple who couldn't control his bowels and they had no time for him. But these people demonstrated love. And let me read Rana's conclusion to you on all of that. I want to be a fashion designer. I'm learning to sew. I also want to be able to help others when I grow up. Even if I don't have a church where I go, my house will be a little church. I want to thank everyone who contributed to helping us with all my heart, because if it weren't for their support, our situation would be terrible. And she talks about how her family now loves to go to the church and not just receive from the church, but learn about what the church believes. See, she is being not just conforming to the society around her, but she's being transformed. She's being changed by the love of God, by the grace of Jesus Christ that she sees coming through people who've received that grace from Jesus and pass it on to others. What a great thought to end the week. Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by Christ's Spirit so that you do the things that allow people to see the truth of God's grace. What a great thought, folks. Take it into the weekend. We'll see you on Sunday as we move on to a new book of the New Testament.